we cannot exactly tell the type initially because value comes from some other sources. When value comes from other sources, then generally what we have to do is we have to tell, we need to configure and tell that initially we don't know, but later we have to fix that to a specific data type. That means initially we don't know what type of value is coming, but once the value comes, we will fix the value to that specific type. So that is what actually type assertions are. That means initially we don't know the type, but later we can fix the type to a specific. So this can be done. Type assertions can be done in two ways. So there are two methods of handling type assertions. A, by using angle braces, right? By using angle bracket. So like this. Another one by using as keyword. So you can use angle braces. You can use as keyword. Let's see how we can deal with that. How to handle that. Suppose this is simple point only, but it is very important for a developer to do every time. For example, let's see. So we have the program. So yeah, I'm adding a new file here. So some sample.ts. Okay. In this sample.ts, let's add some option like let message msg is data type is any type. Message is any type. And in that, we will put some value. So welcome to Typescript. So the first point is why you declared any type. Because in future, we will be working with data coming from various data sources. Then another point is we are not the people who designed it. Generally, we use Angular for APIs. Majority of APIs are done in server-side technologies, JSP, PHP, .NET. Our main role in real-time development is to consume the data coming from those APIs. We are not responsible for creating that data, but we need to use the data. So we don't know exactly what type of value is coming. If you don't know exactly what type of value is coming, after the value comes, we need to use it. And we need to restrict it to that particular type. And as a developer, we have to tell the compiler that we know the type of the data we are dealing with. That's the reason when we are not sure about what type of value is coming, then obviously we first declare any type. Once the value comes, then we will tell the compiler that, okay, I now know the type of the value. How we can do that? So actually what we do is, so we will write let. Suppose count is a number. And I need to count how many characters are present inside this string. Then msg.length will return the number of characters present inside that particular string. That's a general function, string related options, right? it will simply return the number of characters, Now, the first point is this MSG is any type, and dot length is returning a number. That's the reason you stored in a number type. Now, how you can make the compiler easily understand, because generally now it will take some time. Why it will take some time? Because when you mention the any type, until or unless the compiler goes into the value, it cannot verify that, okay, that is a string type. That means it will take some more time to understand about the type of value present inside this MSG. Then as a developer, it is our responsibility to tell the compiler that it is a string type so that it can fastly translate your value and use the value. Then how do we do that? How to configure that? Actually, we can do that by using the type assertions. The type assertions are usually defined in angle brace. So what is your value? Our value is MSG. What type of value it is? The type of value, it is a string type. Then what do you want to do for that? I want to return the length of that. Then you can easily access it. Now observe, have you observed carefully here? When I'm directly using MSG dot, you can see I haven't got any IntelliSense. That means I haven't got any support from the compiler telling about suggestions. It haven't given me properties and methods list. So the compiler is unable to give me the properties, length, functions, list is not coming. Why? Because compiler is unable to understand what the type of data is, then how it can give a list. Then see what we are doing. We are converting into means type assertion string type. When we define type assertion string type, so enclose that. Now I will use dot. You can see it will give me all the suggestions. That means it will give all the functions which are related to that particular string. And here I can simply access and use that length. So this is forcibly telling the compiler and informing the compiler from the developer side that, so this is the type of the data, so that it can easily translate and handle the data. Otherwise, it will take some time to understand the data. Without that also it will work, but it is developer's responsibility to handle type assertions so that it will improve the performance of your application. Otherwise, it will take time. Of course, now console.log. So here I defined so message length means total number of characters, chars. So here we are printing the count. So it will get that count and print the value. That is a general thing that already you know about how to deal with those functions, right? So let's run this and see. And the sample tsc and sample.ts, and you can see node sample.js, and it will return that, right, number of characters. So that is the point how we can tell the compiler about the type. This is one method of telling the compiler about the type. It can be string, it can be number, it can be boolean, any type. You have to enclose in angle braces. We call them as type assertions. Don't confuse with the generic type. Actually, generic types also written like this only. But what is generic type? What is enum type? We will discuss in OOP concepts, how to deal with them actually. So initially, that is how we have to